And she has probably been spray tanned over 50 times now. She loves it. She's up for it completely. See?
Yeah. And people thought this award-winning Netflix film about 11-year-olds twerking was offensive. How about a bunch of women who enter their kids into a competition where they have swimsuit contests for 3-year-olds? How is this legal? This woman spray tanned her child 50 times starting at 11 months. Her child is somewhere between 2 and 3, which means she has spray tanned her kid with all kinds of chemicals once or twice a week. Also, she can show off her falsely tanned skin in a 2-piece bathing suit to a bunch of creepy adults. I bet when this girl becomes a teenager, the mom's going to wonder why her daughter hates her and misbehaves all the time. Maybe it has something to do with the spray tan. Things like that matter. Well, TLC has done it yet again. This clip comes from a show called Toddlers and Tiaras, a show that highlights the child abuse that is beauty pageants for children.
Our pageant is looking for a beautiful child with lots of personality put together from head to toe. Today in the pageant we have lots of competition, whether it's the babies all the way up to the big girls, so we're very excited.
Yes, you heard it. People enter their babies into these competitions. So my interest in this subject is to find out what kind of person would put her 3-year-old daughter into a beauty pageant. As you can imagine, not a great person. Our first parent is Carrie with her daughter, Olivia.
I'm Olivia. I'm a 3-year-old.
Frizzy walk, frizzy walk, frizzy walk. That's right. Rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it. I'm Carrie, and my daughter Olivia is a sassy pageant princess. Olivia has a pretty unique personality. She's got a grown-up attitude, and she's like my little sidekick. You want to tell me a secret?
I don't like you.
I can see we're off to a good start. We have a 3-year-old child who says she doesn't like her mother, and a mom who thinks of her child as an adult. Childcare 101, guys. Children are not mini adults. You cannot treat them like adults. You cannot treat them like your friend or your little sidekick. They need to have ideas broken down for them. You need to be very patient, and you need to be very forgiving. If you treat children like adults, they are going to start behaving erratically because they have no idea what's going on, especially a 3-year-old.
Come on, Olivia, we got to rush because we don't even know where to go in it, baby. Okay, we're rushing and we're flipping out a little bit, and so far everything's okay.
Where's my bag?
Baby, we've got to hurry because you got to do your hair.
I want to play in the playground.
Well, let's go get our crown first.
I'm going to play in the playground first before we get the crown.
Oh, you're making Mama sweat today.
Yeah.
You're making me work.
God forbid a child go to the playground and have fun. Is that how you speak to a child? Olivia, you're making us late. Olivia, you're stressing me out and making me sweat. Olivia, this is your fault. No, it's not. She's a child. The way the child behaves is the parent's fault. Naturally, the stress that Carrie is putting on her daughter is not helping. Kids may not understand your words. For example, Olivia might not understand the concept of being late very well at 3 years old. However, kids do understand emotions. Kids take emotional cues from their parents all the time, and they will start mirroring their parents' behavior. This is how Carrie's frustration and anger is represented in her child.
You can't go on stairs.
Gotta be quiet.
You can't go on stairs.
Judges can hear you.
You can't stay on stairs.
I won't go on the stairs. Olivia's mood's kind of iffy. It can go one way or the other right now. We're kind of on the... We're teeter-tottering right now. My biggest concern right now is that Olivia is going to flip out.
You can't.
Baby, you've got to be quiet.
You can't.
The judges can hear you scream.
Olivia is under stress from the pageant, so she is acting out with anger. You can watch her mom do the exact same thing when she is frustrated by Olivia doing something undesirable. You need to be quiet. The judges can hear you. That's not how you speak to a child. There are plenty of ways to deal with this situation. Olivia is mirroring her mom's forcefulness, so forcefully telling her to stop is only going to make it worse. If you want your child to act a certain way, then you have to model that behavior first. If you want your kid to be calm and friendly, then you have to be calm and friendly. She could have also distracted Olivia by asking her questions about herself. Kids generally like it when adults pay attention to them. Outside of that, the best way to handle children is to make following your directions into a game, especially if they are misbehaving. If you ever watch someone who is good at teaching children, you'll see them do that all the time. Anyway, let's see how Olivia performed.
Number 22, Olivia.
After taking my credit score from a 504 to a perfect 850, I've come to the conclusion that